Welcome back, everyone, to the Cannapreneur Partners Canna News Break. News out of Washington that past marijuana use won't automatically disqualify Biden White House staff. This is a big deal. It really wasn't reported much um, in the news. It's kind of treated as an afterthought, but in my opinion, is it has ramifications throughout the U.S. as far as hiring practices. Um, Biden transition officials quickly identified recreational marijuana as a potential hurdle for applicants, especially younger ones, to meet the requirement. So they had intensive consultation with security officials and the Personnel Security Division. And a case-by-case basis, they will now waive a requirement that potential appointees in the executive office of the president be eligible for a top secret clearance. The official said the waiver would only be granted to those who have used marijuana on a limited basis and who are positions that don't ultimately require a security clearance. Oh, that's great. I mean, so you could be a raging alcoholic and probably still get a top security clearance, but if you smoke more than 2 joints a week, you apparently are disqualified. But the bigger point here is that if the White House and, you could argue the top employer in the U.S., right? I mean, they're setting the rules for the rest of us. If they are going to remove cannabis use as a disqualifying position for employment in the office of the president, right? We're not talking low-level Treasury officials. We're talking in the White House. If marijuana use doesn't qualify you from that, then I fail to see how it could qualify you for delivering the post office or for UPS or working anywhere else in the U.S. And we'll see how this trickles down. Hopefully it does. Hopefully we start getting employment policies that are more rational when it comes to this plant. But the fact that the White House is going to allow people with some recreational marijuana use to be employed next to the president, I think that it's only a matter of time before we see other industries and other employee groups and industries challenged. Hey, if the White House is allowing it, why doesn't Apple or Google or any of these other top corporations in the U.S., why do they have, and I'm not saying they do, I'm assuming that most of them do, why are there restrictions on employee use or drug testing for cannabis on employee use when they can sit 20 feet from the president of the United States and have it in their system? So that's an interesting thing to watch. I hope it spurs some challenges out there to existing laws and existing drug policies of some companies. I'm not advocating people, just like you don't advocate people drink alcohol and get drunk at work. I'm not advocating people get high at work. But when you're home on your free time, I'd rather have someone smoke a joint than get loaded up on Percocets because they have back pain. It's a far better outcome. You get the same relief and you don't have the addiction problems that you do with the opioids. And let's be honest, people get addicted to opioids. There's a whole nother level of bad stuff that start happening from that. So kudos to the White House. We'll see how this affects employment on a larger scale in the U.S. I'm hoping, again, that it does spur some sort of challenges and we can finally have people just admit that this is just a plant. It's not any different than a tomato, cucumber, whatever. It has positive effects on the human body. It's a plant. Get over yourself. Let's just move along. Thank you.